right, everybody, we're about to start the second game plate final. Cayman Islands taking on Turks and Caicos Islands. We're setting up for the national anthem. Excellent. As we set up for the Turks and Caicos national anthem. All right, while we wait for the next national anthem, let's give you guys a starting lineup for Cayman Islands. Oh, wait. Get you guys a starting lineup for Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands.
Dylan Bostock, Cayman Islands.
Michael Matthews, Cayman Islands. Cameron Bridgman, Cayman
Zach
Islands.
Hutchison, Cayman Islands.
Cayman Islands.
Abdul Patterson, Cayman Islands.
Smith, Cayman Islands. Bolton, Cayman Islands.
Lowe, Cayman Islands.
Mark Weston, Cayman Islands.
All right. And starting lineup. Starting lineup for Turks and Caicos.
Ali Williams, Turks and Caicos Islands.
Scott Glinton, Turks and Caicos Islands.
Kalen Pratt, Turks and Caicos.
Carter Simmons, Turks and Caicos.
Jimmy Coleman, Turks and Caicos Islands. Jared Dorville, Turks and Caicos Islands.
Lincoln Oden, Providenciales, Turks and Caicos.
Franco Montpellier, Turks and Caicos Islands, Providenciales. Frank
Cara Oden, Turks and Caicos.
Hendricks Joseph, Providenciales, Turks and Caicos Islands.
Jason Smith, Grand Turks and Caicos Islands.
Andy Forbes, Turks and Caicos.
Trevon Garland, Turks and Caicos Islands. Northern Princemark, Turks and Caicos Islands.
Tyrese Taylor, Turks and Caicos Islands.
All right, Cayman Islands already hitting it in deep. And it looks like we already have the initial score. Cayman Islands up 5-0 before this conversion. And the conversion is no good. Score will remain 5-0. Ball's kicked up by Hendricks Joseph. Cayman Islands with the recovery. And a big kick for positioning. TCI able to take the recovery. That's Tyrese Taylor. Tyrese finding a little space, trying to find the offload, and he's taken down. Trying to take the ball out to the outside to Cadis Simmons. Simmons still on his feet, breaking tackles. And just taken down at the 50. Another big hit by Pratt. Cameron Bridgman taking it in himself for Cayman Islands on the recovered ball. Lumsden trying to find a little space to the outside, getting it to Patterson. Patterson taken down just before the 40 inside TCI territory. Big hit by Captain Southaway, taking 2 players and taking it down to just before the 22-meter mark. Find a little space out to the edge. Cayman Islands trying to open up the field a bit. Another big hit going out to Southway. Lumsden getting the ball, trying to find the opening, taking it out to his fullback. Fullback looking for a little bit of space, looking for the offload to Patterson. Patterson's flipping it back to Lumsden, and it's going to have the scrum advantage going to TCI. TCI setting up for the scrum advantage. Caro out and getting the ball, setting up to put the ball in. And ball's kicked out. Just getting past the 22, recovered by Abdul Patterson for Cayman Islands. Still on his feet, trying to fight forward, gain as much positioning as possible. And we have a penalty advantage going to Cayman Islands. Not getting back. Hutchison setting up, getting it out to Southway. Southway still on his feet, crashing it through, using those power legs to get over. That man is nothing but a north and south runner, very living up to his namesake. Cayman Islands using that rough blue-collar rugby that they are so well known for. Southway getting another chance, trying to take it into the try line. Great defensive hold by this TCI team. And ball's lost back. Still Cayman Island possession, and it looks like we're going to have a penalty advantage going to Cayman Islands coming from the side against TCI. Ball's taken in. Southway with a big charge, trying to take it in, showing a little bit of that power. He's taken down just at the try line. And it looks like we have a held up ball. Great defense by this TCI team. They're going to take it at the 5. Scrum advantage going to Cayman Islands. Ball's in for Cayman Islands. Hutchison getting it out to his 8-man. That's Cameron Bridgman. Trying to take it in himself. Big stop by this TCI defense. And it is recovered by Turks, but it's going to be a penalty advantage going to Cayman Islands, not rolling away on the tackle. Great awareness by the Rhino, Franco Montpremier. And a big hit by number 13. That's Henry Bolton trying to get it in. And it looks like we have a knock forward against Cayman Islands. It's going to be TCI ball in the scrum possession. Big kick by TCI as they get it out into touch. Just not so big, just getting it just past the 10-meter mark. TCI able to recover on the line out, getting it down. Big counter ruck by Cayman, and it's going to be a scrum advantage going down to TCI. Knock on against Cayman Islands. Ball's out, and TCI with a big kick, getting it into Cayman Island territory. Another little bit of an extra bounce happening there, recovered by Mark Weston. Trying to get it out to Patterson, and hunted down, and it looks like we have a forward pass against Cayman. It's going to be a scrum advantage going to TCI inside at the 40-meter mark inside Cayman Island territory. And ball's taken out. Trying to find a little space on the weak side. Getting an opening and taken down. That was a great tackle by Bridgman. And we have a penalty advantage going to Cayman. Getting off your feet in the ruck. Cayman Islands will have a chance to get this ball deep. Ball goes out to touch just before the 44 inside TCI territory. And Cayman able to recover the ball in the line out, getting it out to Lumsden. Lumsden finding Bolton. Bolton trying to take it in, getting it back to Lumsden, finding a little space, overload space to the outside. Cayman Islands trying to take it in, and that's taken inside the 22. That's number 12, Daniel Smith. Another big crash inside by the forwards. Cayman trying to use a little bit more of that forward power that they're so well known for. Hutchison getting the ball out and a little bit of a bumble ball, and we have a penalty advantage going to Cayman Island. Coming from the side is going to be Cayman with a quick Southway trying to dive in and in for the score. Great ball handling and progression by this Cayman Islands team, showing that they have a lot of power in the backs and the forwards as well. Southway closing it out. If you're just logging in, you are watching the plate finals, Cayman Islands versus Turks and Caicos Islands. Jordan Southway just scoring the second try of the day for Cayman Islands. And Lumsden attempting the conversion, and the conversion is good at the last second. Just barely getting it through. Cayman Islands getting up 12-0. 19 minutes, 48 seconds remaining in this half. Looks like we have a penalty, and it's going to be a yellow against number 6, Jed Dorval. Offsides on the kickoff. So it's going to be a 50-meter. Cayman Islands is going to get it at the 50. That puts 2 in the sin bin for Turks and Caicos. Lumsden will kick for Cayman Island. Looks like TCI getting Simmons back in from sin bin. TCI trying to find a little bit of space. Cayman Islands trying back as they recovered the ball. Trying to use those forwards to open up space again on the outside, creating the overload. And here they go. Lumsden getting it out to the centers. A little bit of a bobbled ball and a big hit by number 11. Jason Smith for Turks and Caicos. Is going to be a scrum advantage going to Turks and Caicos on the knock-on. And ball's kicked out deep. Cayman Islands just recovering the ball. It's going to be a line out inside Cayman Islands territory, just inside the 40. And ball is lost by Turks, picked up by Southway. And it is going to be a penalty advantage. It's going to be a scrum advantage going to Turks and Caicos. Knock on by Cayman. Looks like we have another reset on the scrum. Simmons trying to find a little space outside, cutting it back up inside and taking down. Catching it around the edge. Turks and Caicos trying to find that space on the outside. Inside the 22. And Cayman able to poach the ball on the counter ruck. Big kick by Hutchison. Recovered by Joseph. Turks find a little bit of space, a little wiggle room. That's Tyrese Taylor. And it looks like we're going to have a penalty advantage coming from the side against Cayman Islands. It's going to be a penalty advantage going to TCI. Ball's taken out at the 22. It'll be a line out going to TCI. Ball taken in, and it is not going to be straight. It's going to be a scrum advantage going to Cayman Islands, just at the 22. 11 and a half minutes remaining in this match. Cayman Islands still up, 12-0. Still anybody's game. Turks and Caicos known for some strong power rugby. Haven't gotten a chance to see a lot of it so far, but it's still a lot of time left. Cayman Islands came out of this game aggressive and with a game plan, really able to nullify this Turks and Caicos defense early on. And ball's kicked out. Simmons finding a little space, a little big juke moves, and it's taken down inside the 40. The Rhino finally getting his hands on the ball and taken down shortly after. Great tackle by Bolton for Cayman. Turks really trying to use those backs, find space. And it looks like we have the double knock. It's going to be taken from the original knock. So it'll be scrum advantage going to Cayman Islands. And it looks like we'll be taking the first water break of the day. All right, looks like we're back. Water breaks over, players getting back into position. We're looking for the scrum advantage. And the Rhino taking it himself, breaking off one tackle, big hit on the center with the nice offload, taking it to the outside. That is number 6, Jed Dorval. Dorval taking it out, and that is going to the wing. TCI trying to find space out, and it looks like we're going to have a obstruction call against Turks and Caicos. Great play and progression for this Turks and Caicos team. But it looks like we're going to have the penalty advantage going to Cayman Islands. Big kick by Cayman, and it will go into touch inside the 50 in TCI. Southway set, put the ball in for the line out. And recovered by Cayman. Ball's taken out wide. Lumsden looking for centers. Getting it back out to Lumsden. Lumsden trying to take it out to his outside. Picked up by number 14, Norveen Prasima. TCI taking advantage of the knock-on. Trying to find some space. And it looks like we're going to take it back at the point of the original knock. It's going to be TCI ball on the scrum advantage. We want to take this time to thank our sponsors. Canterbury, committed to the game. They want to let you know they support USA Rugby South and Youth Rugby, as well as Omni Resort and Hotel, providing the field. Great golf courses, great area. Been staying here all week. You can't take anything away from it. The Rhino getting the ball out with a nice little dump off. Simmons taking it in, taking it to. Trying to find a little space with the wiggle. Big push by Scott Glinton. If you guys don't know, the Rhino is Mr. Franco Montpellier, who is the captain, and he has been one of the centerpieces of this Turks and Caicos Islands offense. He has been a barreler through this and has been able to keep this team centered even through the toughest points. Got to give him a lot of credit. Always have to have that central point leader. And ball's kicked out. And it's going to go to just before the 22, inside the 22 in Cayman Island territory. And the Rhino's able to take the recovery, but it's going to be not straight ball. Trying to barrel, do a little bit of a turn to try and evade the tacklers, and he looked like he was making some good progression, but unfortunately the ball was not straight in the line out, so it's going to be advantage going to Cayman Islands. Taking the ball out, a little bit of a bumbled ball, and that is still recovered by Lumsden after the lost ball backwards. Patterson trying to find a little space on the edge. Great tackle by Simmons. And another great tackle. Quick getting up and out, and we have a penalty advantage going to TCI. Coming from the side by Cayman Islands. Got to make sure you come through the gate. That is right up the middle of the ruck, for those who do not know. The Rhino taking it in himself. Great distribution, getting it out to Dorval. Dorval cutting it inside. See nothing but open space. Cut it one more, and he is centered and in for the score. Great awareness by Franco Montpellier as getting it out to Jed Dorval. Jed Dorval seeing the whole field and getting in for the nearly untouched score. TCI making this a game again, just 2 minutes into the game, 12-5 before the conversion. Hendricks Joseph setting up for the conversion. And the conversion is good. TCI just down by a try. Looking to get the ball on the kickoff. Just under a minute and a half remaining in this match. And ball's kicked out. Recovered by Simmons. Simmons trying to find a little space on the outside again, taking it in himself, breaking one tackle. Still on his feet, trying to find the offload, getting it out to Dorval. Dorval cutting it around the edge. And a big quick cut inside. Still on his feet, still trying to find a little support. And one big fend off. This man is unstoppable right now as he gets it inside the 22. TCI covering up for the ruck. And we have a penalty advantage going to Cayman Islands. These missed opportunities off of these great breakaway plays. Not releasing the ball on the tackle. Hutchinson will be looking to try and get this ball out. And it goes into touch just outside the 40, and it's going to go into halftime. Score, Cayman Islands 12, Turks and Caicos 7. We'll be right back. You guys just stay tuned. More great play, more great rugby to be played. .144 meters by 70 meters. 15 or 7 aside. Run or kick forward. Pass backwards. Tackle low and proper. Rugby is one of the fastest growing sports in the rugby. Gifttime Rugby Network is here for you to inform you. You can access national, college, and under 19 rugby network. And ball's about to be kicked off. And ball is off, recovered by Cayman Islands. It's number 6, Dylan Bostic. Bostic finding a little space, still on his feet, and taken down just at the 44, at the 40. All right, looks like TCI will be putting in. Caro Outen will be putting in. Picked up by the Rhino, Montpelier. Montpelier with the offload to Dorval. Dorval trying to find some space on the outside, losing it forward, and it's recovered by Cayman Islands. Balls. Looks like we have an advantage going to Cayman Islands. Ball's taken out to Southway. Southway crashing it through. And he's just before the 40-meter mark. Cayman Islands trying to use those forwards, come out aggressively, taking it over the 40. And a big double hit, nice tackle by the Rhino Montpelier. And we have a penalty advantage going to TCI, not releasing the ball on the tackle. And we have another penalty coming from the side against Cayman Islands. Joseph kicks the ball out, getting it out into touch. Is going to be deep inside Cayman territory, just near the 22-meter mark. Scott Glinton setting up to put the ball in for the line out. And ball's recovered. Taken out to Joseph. Joseph trying to find a little bit of open space, getting it out to his centers, lowering their head and getting under one and taking it down just outside the 22. And we have a penalty advantage, not rolling away on the tackle. TCI getting the advantage. Montpelier, the Rhino, taking it in himself, showing that quick step and still on his feet, taken down inside the 22. Outen getting it out deep, trying to find a little space to the outside. Still on his feet, that's number 13, Trevon Garland. Cayman Islands getting the ball in the scrum advantage. And ball is taken out by Lumsden. Lumsden kicking the ball deep into TCI territory. And it's going to be taken into touch at the, just inside the 40-meter mark. Tyrese Taylor trying to set the position to prevent the quick line out. And the ball is lost, picked up by the Rhino. Outer trying to take it in himself, getting it out to Joseph. Joseph finding a little bit onto Forbes. Forbes taken down at the 44 inside TCI territory. And Simmons cutting it around the inside. Uses those quick feet again, trying to find a little space. Trips over himself. Still having a little time getting out to Dorval. TCI looking for space around the outside. Glinton picking it up, trying to get it down inside the 5-meter mark. And a big interception by Lumsden. But we have a penalty advantage going to TCI coming from the side, so that will nullify the great awareness by Lumsden on the interception. Referee time being called, 29 minutes left in the match. Looks like we will have a little discussion with the captain. And yellow card will be going to the fly half, Miles Lumsden. Big loss by Cayman Islands, both offensively and defensively. TCI is going to be taking the ball from the 5 after the penalty advantage. Rhino taking it in himself. Big push by Cayman as he tries to get it in. And no try is called. Looks like we have a held up ball. So it'll be a scrum advantage going to TCI just at the 5-meter mark. Setting up for the scrum. And ball's put in. Taken out. That is Dorval taking it around to the outside, looking for the weak edge. Taking it to the edge and dives in. And try has not been called yet. Try has not been called. And the try is called. Dorval getting it around the edge with a great awareness, taking it to the weak side. TCI 12-12 before the conversion. TCI using lots of guts, been using that wiggle room, trying to find space. You've been seeing great connection between Jet Dorval, Franco Rhino Montpellier, and Cadis Simmons. This trio have been using it and putting it in for Turks and Caicos against this tough Cayman Islands defense. Hendricks Joseph will be setting up for the conversion. Kicking into the wind. And it is good! TCI taking the lead for the first time in this game, 14-12. and prepares for the kickoff. We're going. And it is going to be a yellow card on the captain, Jordan Southway. That's going to put 2 key players for Cayman Islands inside the sin bin. Miles Lumsden also in the sin bin. So not only is Cayman at a disadvantage at this moment with numbers, but 2 of their key players and leaders in the game on the squad are in the sin bin. Looks like we'll have a line out inside Cayman Islands territory going to TCI. Glitton setting up for the throw-in into short lineout, 3-man lineout for TCI. Looks like Cayman will be subbing in a player. Coming out the game is Jackson White. Cayman having a chance to match up on the lineout. And it's a short knock. The ball was not thrown straight. So it's going to be a scrum advantage going to Cayman Islands. Henry Bolden trying to find a little space, taking it down at the 40. Another big crash by these forwards. And we have a penalty advantage going to TCI, not releasing the ball on the tackle. And Joseph gets the ball out. Just taken at the 40 inside Cayman Islands territory. TCI getting the ball up, and it goes directly out the back, recovered by TCI. Ball's not straight. It's going to be a scrum advantage going to Cayman Islands, taken at the 40. Wind is blowing really hard out here at the moment, so we know these throws are just hanging just a little bit more than they need to. It's throwing off the timing of the jumpers. And curves the ball out on the line out. Looks like Lumsden was back in from the sin bin. Cayman Islands only down one player at this point. And it's going to be a free kick going to TCI, directed, not putting in the ball straight in the scrum. The Rhino setting up to take the ball in himself. Looking for support, and he tries to get it out. And quick thinking, great run by Dorville trying to take it out to the edge. Getting it out to Glinton. Glinton taking it on to the outside. Cayman Island trying to do the high tackle, and they're taking inside the 22-meter mark. Nice evasion by Dorville. Dorville with the overhand pass. And the Rhino knocking over another player. Getting it down just midway to the 10. And we have a penalty advantage going to TCI. Cayman Island looking like they're going to get another yellow card. They are just getting hit by this all day. This cannot be helping for team continuity. Looks like the ref is speaking, and it's the red card. Big loss. That is Henry Bolton, number 13. So he'll be out for the rest of this game, and TC and Cayman Islands will be down a player for the duration of this game. Rhino taking it in himself, finding space around the middle. Still on his feet, trying to spin in for the score. Franco, the Rhino Montpellier, taking it in. He's been doing it all day, using those powerful legs to power it in and in for that score. TCI with a come from behind so far, up 19-12 before the conversion. Hendricks Joseph gets the ball, and it's knocked off the post, so it'll be no good. Score remains 19-12. Just under 17 minutes remaining in this match. Still anybody's game. Cayman Islands only down by 7. That is a try and conversion. I know they're looking forward to getting Southway back into the field off of the bench off the Simbin. Disciplinary issues have been a huge problem for Cayman. Looks like they're walking a little sluggishly to the line as they get ready for the kickoff. And Southway is back in for Cayman Islands. Captain anxious to get back onto the field, help his team out, as he goes to talk with the ref to figure out what was the purpose and what was the reason for his yellow card. Looks like number 19, Liam K, will be as they bring the ball. Space, and we have obstruction called against Simmons. It'll be a penalty advantage taken by Cayman inside of 22. Boston taking it down to the 10-meter mark. Cayman Islands trying to power it in. And we have a whistle blown. Penalty was on TCI, and we have a red card. Looks like that is on number 1, Aaron Williams. Cayman Islands taking it in. That's Southway trying to take it in himself. Cayman trying to find space. TCI coming out very aggressively on defense. TCI with a quick defense. Southway trying to take it in again. Another gang tackle by this TCI defense. Cayman trying to find space, seeing the overload, and ball was taken in. They are taken down at the try line, and we have another whistle. It's going to be a penalty advantage going to Cayman Islands. Hutchison setting up his forwards. Southway setting up, and it is not going to Southway. That is number 4, Patrick Taylor, trying to take it in. Another penalty advantage. It's going to be taken. They're going to set it up back into the 15. Southway trying to take it in on the quick, and score is made. Southway getting in for the score. Cayman Islands putting another 5 on, looking to get it, the conversion. 13 minutes remaining in this match. This is becoming a real back and forth game. You gotta love a close one like this. Heart pounding and exciting. Lumsden setting up for the conversion to try and tie this game up. And the conversion is good. This game is tied right back up, 19-19. Still 12 minutes remaining in this match. Still anybody's game. Looks like Franco Montpellier is trying to let his players know. Need to calm it down. Can't take any more red cards, no more yellow cards. Late in the second half. This is where it all counts. This is where you find out who is the most focused, where all your conditioning and all your work comes in. Cayman recovering the kickoff. Nice fend off and nice tackle on flanker action. Lumsden setting up to kick the ball out. And ball goes out into touch deep inside TCI territory. TCI setting up for the line out. Ball's taken out, and we have not straight ball, so it's going to be a scrum advantage going to Cayman Islands inside TCI territory.